Hello, Dzień dobry. I'd like to talk about the history of the European immigration crisis 2015 that happened in Europe. And some historians and political scientists and experts in translations urge that this is the biggest refugee crisis, human rights crisis, after Second World War and after the Yugoslavian War in the 90s. However, I urge that many of these people were not from Syria. They were not really refugees. Many of them came to Europe and they used the Syrian refugee crisis 2015 after the Syrian civil war didn't end due to the Russian and the Chinese and North Korean support of Bashar Assad. Unlike other countries that the civil war ended and the Arab Spring turned to Islamic winter, came more problems and they didn't have a more democratic situation in the Arab Spring countries. The European refugee crisis 2015 happens during many ships. They were also going down to the water and to the Mediterranean Sea, and also where many of them were sacked. Many of them couldn't reach the shores of Christian Europe, of Greece and Italy. Many of them were drowning, and many people were dying. And this was illegal immigration method, was not legal immigration. And many of them have spoken with the Turkish Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan, also solved the problem by giving them money to close the borders to the illegal immigration. And there also illegal immigration came from North Africa, like from Libya and Tunisia and Morocco and Algeria, and also other countries. So many of them see this as a new Islamic invasion of Europe. The problem is that Central Europe, as Christian countries, refuse Islamic immigration and they only accept Christian immigrants from the Middle East, since the Christians of Syria, the Christians of Lebanon, of Israel, of Palestine, Egypt, and Iraq, and Jordan. And other new Christians from Iran and Turkey were fled their country due to the Islamic persecution. And the European immigration crisis, I saw it in the newspapers when I was in Vienna, Westbahnhof, and when I was in summer school to learn German for B21, and also was reading that what's called Volkswanderung, means like in Hebrew, in that Tamim, and in English means that wandering of the people, like moving of the people, like during the late antiquity, when the barbarians came from Central Asia to Europe. It's like the same thing, like history repeats itself. And also I heard that there are positive things or negative things from the refugees. Some refugees left Islam, convert to Christianity, and solve the problem, and they get married with European Christian white women. And also, many of them changed their name, and them adapted the new religion and the new culture, new custody, new customs. And many of them also didn't want to follow the rule of the Christian world of Sweden, of Germany, of France, of the United Kingdom. And I think the Brexit was also one of the result of the European refugee 2015. And also I saw the newspaper that in Hungary didn't want them to stay. Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Hungary didn't agree to accept the quota of the Islamic immigrations. They mainly accept Christian immigrants, also from Ukraine, Russia, and Belarus, Moldova, and other Christian nations who want to work, who want to assimilate. Viktor Orban and other Central European countries, ex-communist countries, were more anti-Islamic due to their history with communism and the Eastern Bloc, and with the Kremlin, and with the Ottoman Empire and the Islamic invasion by the Arabs during Middle Ages and during early modern Europe, like the Siege of Vienna has happened twice in the history of the Ottoman Empire. And also, Dalai Lama said Germany shouldn't become an Arabic country due to the most Islamic Arabic migration to Germany from Syrian people and other Arab-speaking countries. I think that Merkel did the wrong mistake to open the border for 2 million Muslims without checking their borders due to their need for workforce, for more people to work, because I see many of the newspaper sexual harassment problems, I see crime, I see Islamic terror attacks. So Germany is not safe as was in the 1990s and the early 2000s. Now, after 9/11 attacks and other things, so the refugee crisis catch the headline, so that some of them don't want to integrate, they want to integrate, and the European Union didn't have common agreement, and the Czech Republic didn't agree. The Poland, Slovakia, and also Eastern European countries were from the Warsaw Pact countries during the Cold War, and they belonged to the Soviet Union during the Cold War. And I say that there are many disinformation, many propaganda, and everything, but I hope that Europe could help these people to integrate, to learn the language, the French, the Russian language, the Danish language, the other languages. I hope these people will contribute to the economy of Europe. Thank you.